Hello, hello, hello. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to another live stream, another live commentary on a DC movie. Because, next year we have Superman Legacy. So I wanted to go back and watch another one of the animated DC Superman movies. This is himself this time without Batman. Superman Unbound. Yes, the DC animated film. It's 75 minutes long. It's pretty short. So let's get to it. The chat's open. So you're ready to talk. You can talk. Let's get this started. It also has Supergirl in it, so I'm happy about that. I've been waiting to do this one. Mm-hmm. The animated movies are some of the best that have ever been made. Matt Bomer, yeah, he's gay, so this doesn't count because it's not Pride Month. Dana Caddick, her birthday's in a couple of days. John Noble. That's Brainiac. Molly Quinn, she's the voice of Supergirl. She's so beautiful. She's a redhead, Josh. She was on Castle. Which Dana Caddick? She was in Guardians of the Galaxy, Part 3. So she's done the MCU, so good for her. She was also Mrs. Grady in Doctor Strange, and not Doctor Strange, Doctor Sleep. The beautiful girl. She deserves all this success. She's like the younger Karen Gillian. Where it starts. She has a beautiful voice. Would love to see her in Nintendo. If she voiced Princess Daisy, or if not Caitlin Deaver, yeah, hey, let's get a girl with a sweet voice, and I'll buy it. Good morning, heterosexual guy. This is a fun superhero film from the 2010s. Yeah. PG-13, too. They use some CG in it. It's all right, but it's not as bad as other animated movies I've seen. I'm a huge fan of Supergirl, so a movie like this, showcasing her is always a plus for me. She's still my favorite DC girl. Hello, Lois. So she voiced Wonder Woman and Lois Lane. See, Josh, some actresses are meant to do DC or Marvel because it's a good paycheck and it's also something mainstream that we can latch on to. This is the foundation for any Comic-Con. DC, Marvel, Dark Horse, Valiant. It's all about the comics. That's what made. Ooh. She is a good voice actress. Mm-hmm. I only fell in love with Supergirl because of Melissa Benoist. I didn't see the 1984 movie until after I saw the TV show. I saw it in 2019 on Netflix. So don't blame me, Josh. I saw it on Netflix before Max existed. There she is, my girl. Those big, beautiful eyes. And that skirt. She gets an introduction early. So learn from your mistakes, Flash movie from 2023. You do not make Supergirl a cameo in the second half of your film. You introduce her early. It's why the Avengers were so successful. Thor and Captain America didn't come at the end. They were in the beginning of the movie. Mm-hmm. Cara Zor-El. She is so gorgeous, man. Mm. And absolutely stunning. The most beautiful hair you've seen since Elsa. She's 5'5" too, so she's gender female. Mm-hmm. It's very interesting, Josh. You don't talk about her much. When is her birthday? Hey there, beautiful girl. Mm. And see, nothing feminist about her. Nothing overly feminist. She's younger than she's very skinny, but she's younger than Wonder Woman. October. Her birthday's in October. Oh yeah. Well written. Because she became my favorite character in the Arrowverse, and my favorite character in the DC superhero girls. And she was one of the better parts of the Flash. Because like I said, she wasn't just a bad CGI cartoon. She looked good in the suit, and I wanted more of that. I don't talk about who as much. Molly Quinn, Josh. This is her. Let me just let you get a visual aid. This is this gorgeous redhead. Look at her. Look at her. Look at it. Look at it. She's so beautiful, man. Absolutely perfect for me, Josh. Hmm. Oh, her voice is magical, Josh. You feminine creature. Ugh. Uh, it's a good scene with them. She sounds a lot like Melissa Benoist or Kara. Kara. It's close. You have a beautiful voice because she hasn't done much. Oh, Nat hasn't done much, and she was just in Guardians 3. Hasn't done much. I will tell you. I will have proof what she's done in the past 10 years. Let's see. Castle, that was like 10, 15 years ago. We're the Millers, she was in that. She's doing The Life of Chuck, which is that's a movie in post production, and she recently did episodes of wait, did nothing. Are you freaking kidding me? She just did a mini series last year called The Fall of the House of Usher. Yeah, did nothing mainstream, nothing. Guardians 3, she was Molly Ravager. Yeah, one of the Ravagers. So she was in that. One of the biggest movies of last year. She's a star. I'm sorry she's not doing 10 movies a year like Karen is. Or what's her face? Elizabeth Olsen. Even we haven't seen her for a while either. Yeah. I acknowledge every woman that I feed that I hear their voice and I'm like, yeah, that sounds yeah. Even Stana Katic, she was just Wonder Woman in that last DC movie last year. And I think she played her in the Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths. Grr. Molly C. Quinn. That be. Is that Daedric Bader? I think so. Yeah. This came out in this came out in 2013. Yeah, hasn't done much really, and she was just in Guardians 3 last year. Oh, I didn't recognize her in a James Gunn movie with a bunch of makeup. You're not going to recognize half of the actors. Life of Chuck, she is in that with Karen. Yeah, exactly. That's as relevant as recent as she's done. She was in Guardians 3. Let me see who she played. Yeah, Molly Ravager. This is her. This is her, Josh. Look, that was her. It's a little bright, but that's her. Absolutely yummy. Yeah. hmm She's one of the Ravagers. And I'm like, ah. It was Staying in Crisis, yes. And she's in the other ones too. Meg Donnelly was Supergirl. I liked her too. She has a feminine voice. I just don't like Zambos. I thought she was wasted in those because she was too young for me. When that first movie came out, she was like 16. I don't date 16-year-olds. I'm not looking for an arrest. It was Stana, yeah. Again, that was her. So she did Guardians. That is as big as you can get without doesn't need to do Star Wars. Because if she's Mara Jade, you're gonna say, oh, they're gonna pounce on her and they're gonna throw rocks at her. No. Captain Kennedy will be gone by the time they do a Mara Jade movie or a mini series or something. Anything is possible if you got the right people to work on it. You'd think if Gunn didn't do Legacy, it would be in the hands of somebody worse. Yeah. If he didn't do it, it would be J.J. Abrams, and he can't direct without a good script. But anyway, back to the movie. That was her. She's adorable. She's like 30 now, so she's old enough for me. She's not 20, 22 or something. She's in her 30s. These visuals are absolutely amazing, by the way. It's not like she retired. No, she's still doing work, and she's going to work with Karen. So, two redheads, I welcome that. This animation is still stunning. Even over 10 years later, it still looks great. We're only about 12 minutes in. He's fighting a robot. She's a beautiful girl. Like you love redheads. This is one of the most beautiful redheads I've ever seen. Like bar none. Every girl, but it can be hard when I haven't seen them. Yeah, I did see them. She was in Guardians 3. She's easy to miss because she's not a main character. She's not one of the Guardians or the villains, but she's in it. They will throw rocks at Mary Jane. No, they won't, because again, she's a likable character. People like her as a female character in Star Wars. They just don't acknowledge her because she's related to Luke. Piggies. That's Ma Kent, Martha Kent. She said she was wearing a wig. No. There's beautiful blue eyes. Who was she in Meet the Millers? And You're a Girl. Unlike Wakanda Forever, this movie doesn't wait until the last minute to have characters. Yes, exactly. You see Supergirl in the first 5 minutes, not 90 minutes. That's bad writing. When you're introducing characters halfway through the movie, it's bad writing. Yeah. Even Transformers 2007. Optimus Prime doesn't show up until an hour in the movie, which is way too long. I was waiting to hear Peter Cullen's sullen voice. Because he's like, I'm narrating the beginning of this movie, and then he shows up in an hour. I'm like, oh, thank God, the movie's gonna get good now. It's dumb, but it's still, yeah. Hmm. She's so beautiful, John. And I want to see this costume. No more this dark Man of Steel costume. No, I want the bright colors, the little skirt or pants, and the blonde hair. I miss the blonde hair. I don't want the dark hair. I For Supergirl, she's a blonde. Superman is a brunette. Lois is a brunette, but she's a blonde. It makes her stand out. You said I couldn't find girls. I always can because I have eyes and my phone. Knuckles. Your voice is magical. She was also Howard the Duck's date in Guardians 2. Some fans, some girls know her as the voice of Bloom in the American version of Winx Club. I heard her voice, I just didn't watch it because my sister watches that. She likes very girly things, and that's cool. She was Melissa Fitzgerald in We're the Millers. Oh, I'm gonna post pictures of her later because I saw her. I heard her voice. I'm like, oh, flashback. I'm gonna post pictures of her because her birthday's not for 6 months, and I don't want to wait that long. Hey, what if she goes to Comic Con? I run to her. I will fly to her. Damn. Yes, this is a PG-13. I gotta put something on my nose. Hold on. Don't worry, it's not cocaine because I'm feeling very stuffy. Ah, Laura, yeah. Her and Kal-El don't have the same parents because they're cousins. And I like this better than the Supergirl movie from 1984, Josh. It's got a budget and cars front and center. She's not stupid. Granted, Helen Slater, visual wise, she looks just like the Supergirl from my dreams. I said it at Comic Con last year. I saw this Asian lady dressed up as Supergirl. I'm like, I said, "You're my favorite. I love your costume." She's like, "Thank you." See, I know how to be nice to women. I acknowledge her. I always do because she's my favorite. Plus, she has an open belly button in this version. See, because DC is not afraid. They're not afraid to make females look female. I still prefer Tim Daly's voice as Superman over Matt Bomer. You know why, right? Just a very vulnerable voice, Josh. And you know what that does to me? If Caitlyn did the voice of Supergirl, I would just lose it because I'm like, she has a very beautiful voice. You have to have that soft but feminine and also vulnerable voice. That's what makes a Supergirl for me, no matter what interpretation it is. If there was ever a Comic Con with some of my favorite characters, I'd attend with a little shy. I'm not shy. Oh, you got that right. Wink, wink. Superman and Lois. Tevia loves that storyline with the Super Sons. It was good. It is good in the comics, and also in Lois and Clark and Superman and Lois. That was one of the few things that worked in the show. Clark's two sons. No, I couldn't do All Star Superman because it makes me sad. And the death of Superman, I have to wait. That's true. That's enough for the phone. I gotta save my battery. It's a good movie. I think it's underrated. Some people said it was boring. I'm like, no, it's got Superman and his cousin Supergirl, and it's very sci-fi ish because they talk Brainiac as a sci-fi villain. There's a reason I'm a comic book fan because it's not just cool. It's not just cool to like comics just to be hip, but they can tell good stories without being overly long like a novel. Uh-huh. Like the Death Star. Whoa. Hey, look, it's an invasion of robots like Terminator. That's awesome. hmm There's some dark moments in this. That's right, Superman owned them. That ship looks awesome, by the way. I'm so intrigued. A missile to the sun. Whoa. Look at that Terminator eyes. Earth. This animation still holds up, even 11 years later. Laser eyes. Mm-hmm. Laser eyes. Rewatching Superman and Batman and Spider-Man are my favorite superheroes. I grew up. Yes, sir. There's Jimmy Olsen and Perry White. Wink, wink. I have a feeling that Superman Legacy is going to bring back the grandiose, the grandeur of DC because we needed that after their failures. They had to go in a new direction. Marvel's not going to do that because Marvel has a lot of things planned. They got to keep going until they stop. Oh, they put that down his throat. Hell yeah. Was way better than Lauren Fishburne. Yeah, because it's not taken so seriously that it takes you out of it. It's like the Matrix. A creature. That was quick. Those glowing eyes. Candor. I did hear the news about Keanu Reeves' voice of Shadow, which could work. We'll just wait till the trailer comes out. 30 minutes in. He's not a people. He's an alien android. hmm Whoa. Where he belongs. hmm Like me. Mm. He's creepy looking here. He saw the signal. He doesn't have a bat signal like Batman. Rest in peace, Margot Kidder. Yeah. hmm They worked with each other in Castle, so they have that chemistry. Molly Quinn and Stana Katic. Have I mentioned her voice is soothing, Josh? Very soothing. I hope Stana will be in the MCU one day. That would be nice. She's done a lot of DC stuff, so why not? I know. She's so emotionally vulnerable. See, Josh, I like emotional girls. She's gonna make me cry. She's so cute, man. See, this is called a moment, Warner Brothers. People can talk like normal people without sounding pretentious. Just, oh, you're so scared. It's okay. I'm here for you. Again, that's called being human. That's why people like the Barbie movie because it had humanity behind it, even though I didn't watch it. The sun is blocked. Hmm. You're already out. New one. We're about 38 minutes in. We're about a third of the way through. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Staying in the MCU, she's older, but it wouldn't be long term. No, just a one off situation. She doesn't, because not everyone is going to want to do it forever. No, I know it. She's not too old. She's in her 40s. Molly's in her 30s, and she did both Marvel and DC. So good for her. See, good. It's good. Some really good moments here. She's in good hands now. Subversive. Hmm. Hmm. That's true. This and this X-Men cartoon are very adult, but it's not overly adult. It's not super violent and they say F bombs. No, it's PG-13, but it's a more adult PG-13, like the X-Men cartoon. It's really more adult than you think, guys. Just because it's on Disney Plus does not mean it's for kiddies, for the little ones. It's way more. The themes in it are very mature for something that came out in the 90s. See, he's bleeding. That's awesome. The creators of this, they get the characters. They don't treat the characters as gods. They treat them with humanity. This and Batman and Green Lantern and Supergirl and Wonder Woman and Aquaman, they give them personality. They're not, we're better than you. No, there's none of that. That's what Zack Snyder was doing. And yet that's why people hate him, because that's why they hate Rebel Moon. It's got nothing to do with the movie. It's got to do with Zack Snyder. They have a personal vendetta against him. I don't. I'm seeing part two this weekend after Knuckles. There he is. See, he's going to town on him. Fist. Yeah, but he's also got legs and he also has his eyes. Good stuff, man. People forget. People keep forgetting that DC did a lot of good films, especially animated. They did better animated movies than Marvel because they haven't done a lot of the only animated movies that Marvel did that people praise to high heaven are the Spider-Verse movies. Yeah, because the Ultimate Avengers, I enjoy that, and some of the animated Avengers movies, they didn't get the praise that these DC movies did, and they didn't get the praise Spider-Verse did, which is like this is the best animated movie I've ever seen. I wouldn't go that far. They're well made. They're just a bit overrated. I said it because every time they're like, this is the standard for animation, and yet what won the best Oscar this year? The Boy and the Heron. It was shorter, and it's hand drawn, and it made by a Japanese man that the Academy loves. Just saying, Beyond the Spider Verse cannot be overly long and boring. It has to be epic because you can't put Miles in a movie that's 3.5 hours and kids are going to fall asleep. Because again, it's too long. This movie's only 75 minutes, not 2 hours. It's fine. Her voice is so magical. There's the Fortress of Solitude. Sometimes it's okay to be liked, but not, you don't have to be overly praised. Like Oppenheimer or Killers of the Flower Moon. They call those masterpieces and they're too long. Why do those movies have to be 3 hours? What epic story are you telling? Prejudice and About the Bomb. Wow. I could have read that in a book in less than 2 hours. Or a newsreel. This film's a lot better the second time around watching it because, yeah, they used this. She's so short too. Again, you're making me feel things, Supergirl. Don't do that because I don't want to be crying now. I'm not ready for it. She's so vulnerable. I love it. You see, it's okay for a girl to feel things, Kathleen Kennedy. They can be human. They can show emotion. They can cry. They can react to stuff and not be stone face. And I don't mean cry for someone they don't know, because the hobo crying for Han Solo, that didn't make any sense. It's not her father. I feel nothing. I was just upset. These are her parents, and she's happy to see them alive. That would make me feel something. These those large, friendly, emotional eyes. I feel things with that. It does it for me. As a man, yeah, it does things for me. And more blood, yeah. This is a PG-13 that lives up to its very, very disturbing violence. Butthead? What is this? Back to the Future? They look like Terminators, but they have the red eyes, the T-800s. Yeah, DC made her very, very emotional here because in the Flash, she's angry and she screams a lot. That's pretty much her character. I wanted more of that, of a more lighted-hearted version, but hey, DC, they got what they deserve. Warner Brothers shouldn't have interfered as much and made this darker. So we're not Marvel. Yeah, you're not Marvel. Marvel was more successful. They did. I mean, they made more than 10 movies that made $1 billion. Two of them have made 2 billion. Yeah, nothing in the DC universe has made that much. Not even The Dark Knight, and that came out years ago. Like I said, their animated films are top notch stuff. A lot of them are. Some of them suck, but that's anything with Batwoman usually sucks. Is more successful. You're right, Spidey, because look at what was successful last year. Two Marvel movies, yes, two Marvel movies, and a bunch of animated stuff like Mario. DC didn't have one successful movie last year. That sucks, but it's true. Too much content. Green Lantern was a bomb, but again, that was years ago, Josh, and that's why they didn't put him in the DCU. They will put him in this new continuity because they can't have nothing to lose. They're not going to use a CGI costume. That will never happen again. After the failure of the 2011 movie, they made sure that when they put a new Green Lantern, male or female, it doesn't matter at this point, they got to make him not gay and make the costume real, like Captain Marvel. That was a real costume, not the CGI thing. This makes The Dark Knight look like a kid's movie. Yeah, this has blood. They don't hold back on the violence just because it's animated. It's not a kid's film. Yep. Fly me to the moon. That's nice. That's an awesome moment. It's a good moment. See, there's no dialogue. They just stare at each other. Let's hope Green Lantern succeeds. It will. It's going to be a little personal, but not pessimistic. Supergirl, she's fine. Yeah, I like their show, Josh. I still got the first two seasons of the show because those are the best season of Supergirl. She gets those emotional eyes. So probably the one of the most emotional Supergirls we've had in a while. Hmm. He's lifting up the Metropolis like Shredder did in Manhattan, in Ninja Turtles: The Manhattan Project video game. We're about 50 minutes in, 53 minutes. We're almost done. We're in the third act of the film now. It's pretty short for something so epic. This version of Brainiac kind of also looks like the Martian Manhunter because he has a green skin. People will accept Supergirl in live action again, but do her right. The right hair color, the right costume, right tone. That's what's going to make DC work again. No, it's not. Oh, I'll keep her right. There's a lot of yelling in this. Hmm. Nope. Have you seen Dark City? No, not yet. A little tired. I'm going to take a nap later. Yep, this is when she gives him the finger. Yep, again, that's for you, Captain Kennedy. Flip you right off. That's great. She gives you the double bird. She gave you a double Steve Austin. Hell yeah, break out of that tube, Superman. Like a boss. Yep, them's fighting words. See, he didn't have to break his neck. And this came out the same year as Man of Steel, yet it's better. It's shorter, it's got car in it, and it's got darkness to it, but it's not bathing in it. Kathy Kennedy ruined Star Wars. I know a lot of it. She could never ruin DC or Marvel because those already took some hits last year. So would have thought. That's right. Don't She's right. Being feminist without degrading. Yeah. Yeah, when I went to my first convention as an adult, I saw a girl dressed up as Supergirl with glasses, and I said, "You're my favorite." I always say that because I'm like, why not? I know what I'm attached to. You guys know it. You've seen my videos over the years and my pictures on Facebook. She's my girl. She's my favorite DC superhero heroine because with the guys, it's Batman, the Flash, and Superman would be like number 5 or 5. She's so beautiful, man. I love her so much. She's such a hero. This fight is pretty awesome, and it's a one-off movie. They didn't do a sequel to this, and it worked, in my opinion. Well, with you, they know it. Wonder Woman is still mine, but they know a little bit. Try to the girl because I'm expressed it over 8 years since like 2015. A bug, just like a lot of games now. Also, I like to do more DC movies because Black Adam was one of my favorite podcasts I did this year so far because I had a lot of fun. You could tell the look on my face. I was having a ball watching it again on DVD. Yep, I'm gonna blow you away. Frozen. Hmm. A muddy swamp. You don't have a lot of them. You have some Lego DC ones, Josh. I've done those. You have those, and a few I'm hesitant on. Well, Lego, you don't have to be. I'll do any DC movie that's not, Jonah Hex or Catwoman or something like that. Because though, and definitely nothing with Batwoman because she's a terrible character. Terrible. The worst DC female I've ever seen. The worst because she's not. There's nothing interesting about her. Hmm. Again, there's a lot of fisticuffs. What a brutal battle. It's so good, man. Noises. Yeah. Flies bothering you. Mm-hmm. Can hear a baby crying. Yeah. No, he can't. More fighting, please. Yep, he can't take it. My brain can. Man, Superman just owns him with words, man. Come on, Kara, get it. They say Kara here, but I say Kara. It's the same character. Boom. Missed it by that much. Yep, that's my girl, all right. You will believe a girl will fly again in 2025. He blew up, melted away. Your skin melted away. Yep, kaplooey. He said a Will Smith. That was a good line. It was used in Independence Day. She's flying in the sun. She's so beautiful, man. I love her so much. That's why I wanted to do this film, because I wanted to acknowledge her. Welcome to Metropolis, home of Superman and his cousin Supergirl. This is the end. A whole city put back in. The Daily Planet, yeah. I always remember that because of the Christopher Reeve movies and Super Lois and Clark, the animated series. Yeah. There's Candor. You got to see her family again. It's a good moment. It's short, but they get to it. There was some casualties and also some injuries. Hey, John, what's up? How was your weekend? That was good, Joshua Russell. Superman was a great animated film, one of the best ones I've seen. It's a lot of humanity in this cartoon. Yep, he's getting on one knee. The ring. And that's how it ends. That was Superman Unbound, man. A great ending. And Kara got her happy ending. See, you can keep Superman's legacy alive. I know James Gunn's gonna do it, man. I have a lot of faith in him. Is there a post-credit scene? Let me see. I don't know if there is. Let me skip to the end. This movie definitely nailed it. It nailed what would be. Oh, here's a scene at the end. Fortress of Solitude. I knew there was a scene at the end. You saw more pieces of Brainiac. Saw there's a piece of his technology still there, and it glows, and then it ends. Glow. Mm-hmm. No dialogue, just they show that Brainiac is still alive. There's a part of his technology still out there. Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah, I'm glad I got to see it again. It's been a while. So that was Superman Unbound. If you haven't seen it in a while, I think it's on Max, so you can watch it there. It's definitely worth your time. I haven't seen it in so many years, and I bought it at the dollar store. It's worth way more than $1 because it's really good. And Supergirl's always a win for me, right next to him. So thanks for watching. Acknowledge me, and I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully tomorrow. I'm doing Hercules with The Rock from 10 years ago. So thanks for watching, guys. Later.